Hello and welcome back. In the last lesson we talked about demographics and why they're important to your marketing efforts. We also took a look at identifying goals and values to help you create headlines and messages targeted to your clients' desires. In this lesson we'll walk through identifying your clients' challenges and pain points and where they spend time online and offline. So let's get started. Alright, let's discuss challenges and pain points. I was listening to someone recently and they made this reference that just stuck with me, especially as it relates to challenges and fears, and I want to share it with you. I may not get it 100% right, but here it goes. How many of you have ever been lying in bed, trying to go to sleep, and you just can't? You have something on your mind, something that's bugging you, it's haunting you, it's pestering you, and you just can't get it out of your head and it's preventing you to go to sleep. You're tossing, you're turning, you're checking the clock, and then you just want to relax and get some sleep, but you can't because this one thing is just keeps bugging you. Have you ever had that happen? If so, that's what you're looking to identify with your clients. What's keeping them up at night? If you can identify those challenges or fears, you can get them to act, which of course means you can get them to buy from you, right? Just think about that. All right, let's take a look at some of Joanna's challenges and pain points. Joanna doesn't know how to get started or where to find information on college funding for her children. All right, that's a challenge. Finding ways to save more on their limited income is also a challenge. Her pain points are fear of her children not being able to attend college, fear of her children being saddled with more debt than they can afford after college. Remember, Joanna's a teacher, so she kind of understands the whole student loan and debt thing, especially when you're a teacher because you're not making as much money as, let's say, an engineer, okay, or a business owner when you're getting into college. Instead, you're going for a passion where you're teaching people and you're enjoying the love of teaching. And so maybe they should get paid more, but they don't get paid more. However, she's worried that her kids are going to be saddled with student loan debts, and if they decide to be a teacher like she is, maybe that burden will be just too much to bear. So here we're talking about her challenges and her fears, and if we can use language that addresses those concerns in our marketing messages, then Joanna won't have any reason not to take action, okay? And here's just a quick example of a message that maybe we would put out that would cover some of Joanna's challenges and fears, right? And here it goes. Are you struggling to find ways to save money for your kids' college fund without breaking the bank? Get these easy college funding solutions that you can use on any budget to provide your children with every possible advantage. Now, what did we do there? First of all, we know that Joanna doesn't know how to get started, and so we're giving her easy college funding solutions. That's a way to get started. And then we're helping her save money without breaking the bank and do it on any budget. Though that addresses her challenge of finding ways to save money on her limited income. And then we're talking about using easy funding college planning solutions that are going to give her children every advantage possible. And so now we're addressing those pain points as well, which is her children need those advantages of going to college. Her children's need to have those advantages of not being saddled with high debt. So copy like that will get a response from Joanna because it's specific to her challenges and pain points. And that's how we want to address our client avatar's challenges and pain points. Talk about sources of information because sources of information are critical to finding your ideal clients online and offline. By identifying locations where your clients find information, we can get our messages in front of them. This may sound impossible at first to find this information, but thanks to the internet, this is very easy, especially once you know the demographic information of your client, which we've already covered. So here's a trick I learned from another digital marketer. Use the "but no one else would" trick when filling out this section of your worksheet. You'll simply complete sentences like, my ideal customer would read book, but no one else would. Okay, so my ideal customer would read Teach Like a Pirate, but no one else would. My ideal customer would attend Teacher Conference of the Year or Best Teacher of the Year Conference, but no one else would, right? Or maybe the NSTA Conference, but no one else would. Are you getting the picture? The ideal is to find books, magazines, blogs, conferences, gurus, etc. that your ideal customer would be attracted to, but that no one else would. For example, let's use Joanna. She would probably subscribe to Scholastic Teacher, but no one else except teachers would subscribe to that magazine, probably. If we said Joanna subscribed to People magazine, that doesn't quite help us narrow down anything specific about our client. There are millions of people that read People magazine, and they probably have nothing in common. We want things that are going to be common for our particular client and other clients who are just like them. So here's another example. My avatar Joanna may know the guru Salman Khan, but no one else would. At least until I tell you that he's the guy who created the Khan Academy, which is a free online website for education across the world. But if I listed her guru as Tony Robbins, well, you would end up targeting like 4 million people who probably don't have many commonalities other than they're interested in self-help. Okay, so when buying traffic from ad platforms like Facebook, Google, or even doing direct mail, you'll often be able to laser target your audience by focusing on these niche interests while excluding less than ideal prospects. And that's very important, and that's why sources of information are key. And it's very easy to find this stuff online. For instance, if we're looking for books, just type in books on teaching or books teachers like, right? If we're looking for magazines, teaching magazines, right? Because we know their profession, we know things that she's in. Maybe even for this one we would do, because we know Joanna likes volleyball, we could do volleyball magazines. We could target Joanna because she likes volleyball, right? Okay. In the next lesson, we'll discuss the last components of creating your client avatars, which is objections and roles. And we'll also give you some great little tools that can help you create your client avatars a lot faster.